Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Students, MSQ Foundation has announced online pharmacy classes for first year pharmacy students. We will cover the complete syllabus by Pharmacy Council of Pakistan. Today's video lecture is for English A, that is Functional English with course code ENG 300. And lecture number 1 is on parts of speech. In different video lectures, the complete syllabus will be covered. If we start with the term parts of speech, so we say parts of speech are identified by the place they have in the sentence, not by their meaning. There are mainly 8 different parts of speech. Students are advised to generate a copy in which they will note the important points from the lecture and can ask questions at 0333 2243031. If we start with the different parts of speech, we start with the first, noun. A noun is a person, place, thing, or an idea. Noun are the subject of a sentence. Let's say, for example, Karachi and lions are the noun. Karachi is name of a city and lion is name of an animal. Now, if we look at different types of nouns, so we have multiple types of noun as common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, concrete noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, compound noun, collective noun, singular noun, plural noun, and possessive noun. Now, if we look into different types of noun individually, so we say these common nouns are the name of journal, non-specific people, place, things, or ideas. For example, if we say man, city, religion, and airline, that is a common noun which is not indicating any specific person. The specific noun means particularly use of a name. For example, man was a common noun but Imran Khan is a proper noun. City was a common noun but Lahore is a proper noun. Religion was a common noun but Islam is a proper noun. Airline was a common noun but Pakistan International Airline PIA is the proper noun. Now if we move to the abstract noun, they name something that you cannot perceive with your 5 senses. We have different senses, sense of smell, sense of touch, sense of hearing. But if any other feeling other than that will be considered as an abstract noun. For example, happiness, love, pride, religion, belief. You can see the emojis reflecting these words. Concrete noun. These names something that you can perceive with 5 senses. For example, eyes, flower, chocolate, suitcase, lion. You can see a flower. You can taste a chocolate. That are named as concrete noun. Countable noun. For example, if we can count the number of pencils in the given picture, that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are countable noun. But if I ask a question that how many number of rice are present in 1 kg of rice, that is uncountable. We can't count music, we can't count water, we can't count rain, we can't count snow. These are named as uncountable noun. Compound noun. These are made up of 2 or more smaller words. For example, eyeglasses, New York, sunflower. These are called as compound noun, which are composed of different nouns. Collective noun. They refer to a group of things as one whole. For example, my family. My family consists of many members. So these are named as collective noun. Audience, team, group, bunch, flock. These all are collective nouns. Singular. These refer to only one person, one place, one thing. For example, a cat, a ship, a hero, a monkey, a baby. But if we say plural, this means these refer to more than one person. For example, cats, ships, heroes, monkeys, and babies. Possessive noun. These show ownerships. For example, the student's book. Apostrophe will be used with the S. Father's name, dad's car, Ali's hat. Mine's work, yours task. Apostrophe will be used and these are named as possessive noun. Now let us define a pronoun. By definition, it is a word used in place of noun or more than one noun. It's substitute of noun. A word that a pronoun stands for is called as antecedent. For example, when Ami saw the signal, she pointed it out to Michael. Carrie read the book and returned it to the library. In the beginning, we said when Amy saw the signal. Then next we use she pointed it. She is being used for Amy and it is being used for the signal. That means she and it are the pronouns. Carrie read the book and returned it to the library. Now it is being used for book. Book is a noun. It is being named as a pronoun. Now we are moving towards the verbs. The word which tells us something else about something else is called as verb. What does it mean? A verb denotes an action, feeling, or being of an subject. Subject would be noun. Let's have some examples. The train moves. The guest arrived yesterday. He received his gift. Moves, arrived, and received. The changed colors are showing verbs. Now, how many kinds of verb we have? On the screen, we are looking for three different kinds of verb: transitive verb, intransitive verb, and auxiliary verb. Now, let us define these different kinds of verbs. The verb in which an action transit or transmit itself from the subject is called as a transitive verb. For example, Ali killed a tiger. Farhan played hockey. Ali is the subject, tiger is the object. Killed is a function that is named as a transitive verb. Farhan played hockey. Farhan is the subject, hockey is the object, played is the function. It is a transitive verb. Intransitive verb. The verb in which an action that performed by a subject does not transmit itself into object and still continue is called as intransitive verb. In the other words, the verb in which only subject exists is called as intransitive verb. Next term is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verbs. They are used to help the principal verbs. Next is adverb. If we define adverb, basically most adverbs tell you how, where, or when something is done. In other words, they describe the manner, place, or time of an action. Some examples of the adverb are: she sings sweetly, he writes neatly, Ahmed smiled cheerfully. Now, sweetly, neatly, and cheerfully are the adverbs that are adding the value to their action. Singing is their action, but sweetly singing, sweetly is their adverb. Adverb of place. Some adverbs and adverb of phrases answer the question where. For example, the boys are playing upstairs. The dog is in the garden. It's very sunny but cold outside. I've lived here for about 2 years. So these are the sentences which are giving answers to so many unasked questions. The boys are playing upstairs mean all the boys are on the up floors. They are not on the ground floors. The dog is in the garden. That means the dog is not in any place of the home. It's not in the kitchen. It's not in the room. It's in the garden. Adverb of manner. Some adverbs and adverb phrases describe the way people do things. For example, he was driving carelessly. This is showing the attitude of the driver. The plane landed safely. This is showing the safety by the aeroplane. Ali plays guitar skillfully. The girls answered all the questions correctly. The team played wonderfully. Now, these adverbs are explaining the way people do things. There may be a term: he was driving carefully, he was driving carelessly. So, the carefully or term carelessly is explaining the behavior. Adverb of time. Some adverbs and adverb phrases answer the questions when. For example, the train has already left. We moved into our new house last week. Our favorite TV program starts at 6 o'clock. We shall now begin to work. He comes here daily. Now, if we say he comes here daily, that is actually explaining that daily this activity has been done. So the answer when is been given. Adverb of frequency. Some adverbs and adverb phrases answer the question how often an action is done. For example, the children always go to school on the bus. I clean my bedroom every day. Dad polishes his shoes twice a week. These are the questions being answered and in actual, the frequency has been cleared. Adverb of quantity and degree. For example, it shows how much or in what degree or to what extent. The sea is very stormy. I am fully prepared. These mangoes are almost ripe. He was too careless. Now, these terms are identifying the quantity or the degree of the event. He was careless. That was a simple sentence. But we are using he was too careless. This means we are identifying the degree as well. Adverb of purpose or reason. The adverb which tells about a reason is called as adverb of reason. For example, he is hence unable to refute the charge. He therefore left school. We all go for a picnic just for enjoyment. The adverb is explaining the purpose or providing any reason. Adverb of affirmation or negation. That means yes or no. The adverb which says yes if it is yes and no if it is no. For example, do you know the address? I don't know. Are you on mistake? Surely you are mistaken. He certainly went. These are the correct direct answers for yes or no. Now moving towards the adjective. A word which modifies noun or pronoun. It enhances the impact of noun or pronoun. We have discussed the noun and pronoun, and now we are moving to the next part, that is adjective. We will learn with the examples. Adjective modifying noun. If it's an elephant, we are adding a word large elephant. If the noun is house, we are adding empty house. If an adjective is brave, he is brave. They are good students. So we are adding brave, good, these terms as an adjectives. Now we have three different degrees of adjectives. That is positive adjective, comparative, and superlative adjective. If we move to the types of adjectives, we will learn possessive adjectives, articles, demonstrative adjectives, indefinite adjectives, and numbers. Now let's move to the next part, that is preposition. By definition, the word used before noun and pronoun to show relation between other words in the sentence is called as a preposition. For example, there is a cow dash the field. The term in is preposition. He is fond dash tea. So he is fond of tea. I go dash university daily. I go to university daily. That means in, of, and to are prepositions. Now classification of preposition. Simple preposition and compound preposition. Let us define. Simple preposition, these includes following. For example, at, by, in, on, off, out, through, till, to, up, with, from, of, and etc. We have a large list. These are named as simple prepositions. But if we move to the compound prepositions, the words are being used instead of, according to, because of, in addition to. These also connects two different sentences. Now, let's move to the conjunction. The word which joins two phrases, clauses or sentences. In the beginning, we discussed phrase, clause or sentences. Tarzan and Jane, Tom or Jerry. Now these and or which totally change the sentence. For example, in chemistry, we say a term. The atomic number is the number of electrons or protons. But for the atomic mass, we say the number of protons and neutrons combinedly form atomic mass. So the term or and have a great impact on the results. The types of conjunction. We are having on the screen coordinate conjunction. Is to join two words, phrases and clauses together, which are usually grammatically equal. For example, pizza and burgers are my favorite snacks. I wanted to buy a car, but I had no money. And but are being used as a coordinate conjunction. Subordinate conjunction. These conjunctions are those that introduce subordinate clause and join them to the main clause. For example, she cannot come back. Now, one clause is complete. Because she is ill. The patient had died before the doctor came. So because and before are subordinate conjunctions in this case. Now let's move to the interjections. Interjections are the words that express strong feelings or emotions which are not grammatically related to the rest of the sentence. For example, oh no, wow, stop, ouch. These are named as interjections. For example, you were telling somebody about a demise of your friend, so he suddenly said, oh no, that's a big loss. So this oh no is basically an interjection. You are moving towards somebody and you're saying, stop, be there, I'll reach you. Now this stop is actually an interjection. Thank you so much students for watching the video. We are running a WhatsApp group for first year PharmD students and we will share different activities and different worksheets relating to parts of speech. If any one of you wants to join, may contact 0333 2243031. I request you share the videos with your friends so that may get these information. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.